Thank you, Mr. Chairperson. First, let me introduce myself. Myself is Dr. Izhar from Malaysia. And before I start, I would like to thank you to organizer for making possible for me to be here today. In fact, this is my first visit to Georgia, and in fact, I just arrived at 3 o'clock this morning. Okay, what I would like to do today basically to share with you an IT application, which is an initiative carried out in Malaysia, basically to innovate public service delivery, in particularly dealing with construction permits. When I mentioned construction permits, meaning that basically when you want to build a building, for example, you have to go to local council, you have to go various government department to get permits. So I'm going to share to you today what we have done in Malaysia in few local council, at least to show to you how IT is being used to basically enable smart collaboration between government as well as businesses. First, since I saw from the list of participants, I'm the only person coming from Asia, I guess, in particular from Malaysia. Allow me to introduce to you Malaysia. Use only one slide. Basically, probably when I say Malaysia, you heard about MH370 or MH17. That's where I'm coming from. Basically, other than that, we are a country with population close to 30 million, a multiracial country with Malay, with Chinese, Indian, and so on. GDP 337 billion US dollars. Our gross national income is about close to 11,000 US dollars. Temperature, I would say summer throughout the year, some raining season, maybe at the end of the year. We're right in the middle blue on top of Singapore, the south of Thailand and covered by Indonesia. That's the capital city of Kuala Lumpur, the Twin Tower, which is basically a modern city. It's only 150-year-old city. So we're not as old as a capital city. Other than that, of course, we have lots of beaches, greens, and lots of scuba diving places. Okay. Okay, how Malaysia is performed, in particularly about dealing with construction permit. Currently, we are in the world ranking number 28 with regards to construction permit, number 28. Georgia is number 3 in the world. I think Georgia is much better than us. But overall, there are various indicators here. Overall, Malaysia number 18 for the latest report this year, which is released about 2 weeks back. Georgia number 15. In the e-government survey, Georgia number 55, I saw this morning. Malaysia number 52. In the World Competitiveness report released this year, Georgia number 59, I'm mistaken. Malaysia number 20. So I think we are not too far off between Georgia and Malaysia. Okay, this is how it started with regards to government service delivery known as construction permit. I think the first 5 years, government takes their own initiative to improve the service. 5 years, but the ranking doesn't work. Just basically plateau or just keep on decreasing. So basically, government did the entire initiative on their own. Then, based on instruction from our prime ministers, we form a focus group, which I'm also one of the members of the focus group. Basically, we set up a group that comprises not only government, but also businesses. Meaning that, for example, in the case of construction permit, we also basically involve the participation of engineers, architects, and many contractors and many other parties on top of the government departments. So what we have done, actually we also have to relook again the process, we engineer the process, we create a one-stop center basically for end-to-end, right from submitting for plans approval until completion of the building, the constructions. We also look into competency development, we retrain back the processing officers, government processing officers, and then we revisit the whole IT system which was developed by the government initially. So as a result of that, you see that our ranking significantly improved, and I think getting better and better. Of course, bear in mind in Malaysia, our regulations are in three-tier so-called government. We have federal government, we have state government, we have also local government. So it's a bit more complex. And our ongoing initiative, basically what we'll do, basically we'll keep on doing what we call it subnational benchmarking. We will go to many 140 local council and we do benchmark them. Secondly, we're also planning to set up so-called tribunal to resolve conflict resolution and one between business and government. And of course, we are moving towards redeveloping a new system to improve this. So what I would like to do is basically to highlight initiative. One of the initiatives actually the new IT system that we are developing. So what are the challenges? The challenges basically we have too many regulators, utility companies, professional consultants in this process. It's quite a complex process. Basically, for example, for you to build a building, you have to get a planning approval. To get a planning approval, you have to go to local council, you have to refer to various departments to get to. So I think there are 15 departments involved. So it's not easy to work. Currently, if you were to do it manually, then it would take you times, probably about 40, 60 days to get the whole document circulate. And then for the consultant, for the architect, you have to submit lots of documents. So the challenges as a result of many stakeholders, basically coordinating and monitoring regulators' efficiency in approving permits. Because manual nature is very difficult for you to monitor who should do and at what time and so on. And then also many interaction happen between consultants, between architects, engineers, with regulators, with governments. Now you have to go many times to resolve that, as well as the utility companies, telecommunication, electricity company, as well as water company. And of course, this obvious one is actually document management. So what we have decided, actually we relook at it, and then we say we need to do something like this, basically to be able to monitor easily the entire projects. We are able to, for example, to store information, everything into one database, one repository. And then all parties, government and businesses using one system with regards to dealing with construction permit. And then a professional, such as architect, can submit online. I mean, their submission. As well, we need a system that is easy to use and easy to learn. Okay? This is what so-called requirement, the value proposition, basically a system, what we call it ProTracks. So based on anywhere, basically you can do all this. I will highlight in the next few slides. Okay, this is, for example, what I mentioned about this one-page summary. Now you have various consultants, you have various departments that to approve so-called the submission. For example, with regards to planning approval, for example, the consultant submitted, one-stop center, we verified it, for example, then planning department support, and various other things. Whenever the color turns to green, meaning that it's already okay, it's already completed. But whenever it's orange, meaning it's overdue. For example, on this particular, like 100 overdues. So what will happen here, basically the computer system will do the monitoring of everything. Whenever it's overdue, it turns to yellow, nearly due, it's turned to yellow, overdue, it's turned to orange. Whenever the application is rejected, it turns to red and so on. So the monitoring, so-called the mundane routine works, all to be carried out by the computer itself. Yeah. And then the system to be used by all departments, and some department will have some sub-processes within the department to get the thing approval and so on. So in short, basically, in one screen, you are able to see what are the position of the application, where it is, and basically who has approved, who have rejected, and so on. And on top of that, the system will automatically email to the stakeholders, for example, to the architect, basically your application has been approved, for example. So we make the whole thing a lot easier. On top of that, okay, as I said, many tasks can be performed within the system. The system can basically provide not just consultant, but also the government list of checklists. Can also print the letters, for example, approval letters. Basically, we just single click a button, then you can generate letters. So you resolve the release so-called burdens from the processing officers to prepare all those letters. And the beautiful part of it, basically, keep track the entire thing. Of course, on top of that, all documentation related to projects from the consultant, from the letters, for example, approvals issued by the government, all captured within the system. So the entire process right from submission until completion of the project, the documentation is all organized systematically within the system. If you are authorized to use it, basically you are able to pull the data within wherever you are, because it's all internet-based, web-based. Basically the whole concept simple. Basically we have one installation, could be a local municipality, could be also stored positioned in the cloud, then through the net, whether through computer, whether through iPad, whether through iPhone, and so on. Basically you can view the status, you can do the transaction, and so on. So you make the whole life simple. We can, furthermore, not just, as I said, not just consultants, but all departments, the government department, the utility companies use the system to do approval and to check the status and so on. So what is the outcome? The outcome of the system that has been implemented in few local municipalities, basically easier project status monitoring, basically monitor and update status of the system itself, monitor the status, and also remind if it's overdue, we'll send email automatically to the processing officers saying that you have not done so-called your job. Okay, you can generate reports in seconds. Lesser interaction with the professional and regulators. Basically now, architect, for example, doesn't need to go so many times to the government, because they can just view from the system what are the status of their approvals. And it saves them, of course, lots of effort and cost. Systematic document management and easy to use, easy to access document. Basically, documents are now well protected, and then also higher staff productivity. There's no need to keep, in the manual system, they need to pull up a particular so-called building plan. It will take, for example, hours to search for the plan. For the old building, it will take probably days to basically pull up from the archive and that particular plan. But with the new one, you can just do it online. And professional perform online submission, definitely will save them effort and cost. Basically, the numbers of currently, for example, for building plan, they need to submit probably 10 sets of drawings, plus all other documentations. But in this case, it's just one set that will do it. Furthermore, it's online. Okay, as a conclusion, basically, dealing with social permit stakeholders can be integrated, what I term it as horizontal integrations, meaning right from architects. If you follow through the process, all the approving bodies, approving agencies can be integrated using one system. Basically, one system, one repository is possible, and it's already proven. So what we see as a positive outcome are basically staff have better, the productivity of the staff increase tremendously. Of course, lower operating costs for professional as well as for government. Easier to manage, monitor, because most of the time, as I said now, all the monitoring done has been performed by the computer. Basically, the status, whether it's overdue, not overdue, sending reminders, all done by the computers. Safeguard critical project information, documents are well protected, and the most important thing, allow stakeholders to work from anywhere, anytime, via internet connectivity. Okay, with that, I will end my presentation. I think Didi Madrova. Terima kasih, and also thank you.